Hey guys, I'm back. I did have a little mix-up with my Mojang account, but the nice folks over at Mojang helped me out, and now I'm back and able to play. That's why you haven't seen any Minecraft videos from me in a little while. 1.6 should be coming out soon, so I figured I'll go ahead and go over the design that I had, at least for 1.5 for my mob spawner, to show you how it works and how it's all put together. And so what we want to start out with is we want to start out with, like Direwolf, a 9 by 9. But instead of building it up, I want to build it down. So there's our 9 by 9. And I laid it out with markers just so, one, it's easier to see, and two, this is Feed the Beast. I'm not going to dig this out by hand. Now, I am playing in creative mode, so any resources that you use for this build, you will have to collect if you're playing in survival. So now I have it marked out. And as far down, it's just whatever your preference. I just happen to go down, I don't know what this is, probably 10 blocks. And what I want to do is I want to create a hole. So I'll go ahead and clear it out. Place down my redstone energy cell, and there it goes. And there we go. So we have our hole. I went ahead and filled in the bottom with stone bricks, just to make it look nice. But here's the start of our mob spawner. It's 9 by 9. And what we want to do is we want to fill in these corners. We want to put 4 blocks in the corners. And we actually want to go all the way up. And the reason for this is because it leaves a 5 by 5 spaces here. Right? And the way that the grinders work is when you place them right there, they work in a 5 by 5. So it'll go all the way to here and then out to about here. All right, that's 5. Yeah. So it'll come all the way to there. So including these blocks on the end here, one grinder will get this area right in here. So what you do is you set up another grinder here, right? And they overlap, but it'll get all the way up to, what is it, here and here. So you can see now every block is covered, right? Every block. And this side, we put another grinder here, and it'll go ahead and it'll do the exact opposite of that side. And same thing here. So let's go ahead and set those up. And I just happen to have a couple grinders right here. I'll just whack that here in a minute. Now, the way that you can tell a grinder is facing is this is the front, this is one of the sides, and then this is the back. So we just want to give these a good whack to turn them around, because we want the kill area to be inside. So let's go ahead and finish putting these bricks all the way up, and I'll be right back. So I got everything prettied up, got the general shape here that we need, and we have our mob grinders in place. Now the only thing the mob grinders need is energy. Once they have energy, then what they'll do is they'll produce mob essence. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find the center here, which should be, yep, right here. And I'm just going to go up just a few. And we're going to put down our auto spawner. There we go. And that's it. It just needs to hang right there in the air. So let's go ahead and hook everything up, and I'll show you how this all works. So I created this access corridor here. And down here I have this huge room that basically circles that mob spawner. And you can see I have all my grinders here. Now, I'm going to actually use transfer nodes because I want to transfer liquid and items. And to do that, what I want to do is I want to actually put down a chest here around all of them. And I'm just using crystal chests because that's what I grabbed. So there we go. So if we go down under here, we should be able to put an item node on the bottom of each chest. And we want to put a liquid transfer node on the bottom of each grinder. And then we're going to connect them up with the transfer pipes. Just like that. Now I'm going to go around and do all of them, and I'll be right back. And there we go. They're all connected. If you go all the way around, you can see they're all set up the exact same way. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to find where my ladder is, here, and just go ahead and set it straight up. Now what this is going to do is it's going to transfer the liquid, and it's going to transfer items. So on top here, I want to put a crystal chest. That's where the items will go. And let's go ahead and build some place for the liquid to go. Let's say right here. Okay, I'm going to put a valve on the bottom, and I'm going to put a valve right here. So that should connect the valve right there. So once we finish this off, it should allow all the liquid to go into here. And we'll finish it off with some glass. You know what? I need to make my way in here. There we go. We have a steel tank. I'm just going to throw dirt on top. There we go. So now we have a steel tank, and let's get some mob essence, because we are going to need some to start out with. You can easily get mob essence with an XP extractor. There we go, 4 buckets. That should be good. And let's go back down. So we have everything set up to get items out, but remember these still need power. There's a couple of ways to do that, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to use a transfer node for power as well. And so I'm going to put a redstone energy cell down. You can use any type of power generation that you want. And I'm going to put a transfer node. So what that should do is it should find the closest source that needs power. So we'll put that one there. And I'm going to do this for all 4. Like I said, if you have something like a steam system, or however you're generating power, will work just fine. Tesseracts will work. The reason I'm doing 1 at each is because then that provides maximum amount of power. It's very short distance for it to find where the power needs to go, and it'll make sure to keep them fully powered up. So now we have power, we have item transport, and we have the liquid transport. So the last thing we need to do now is hook up our spawner. So there's a couple things we need for our spawner. We need essence, we need energy, and we need a redstone signal to be able to turn it off. For the redstone signal, I'm going to use RedNet cabling from Mine Factory Reloaded. I just prefer it. And so we'll run it, let's go ahead and run it over. Right here, and I'm just going to go straight up. And we'll hook a lever right to the end of it. There we go. Turn it off. So now we have a way to turn it on and off, and we need to get, like I said, the mob essence and power to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up a liquid transfer node here, and we no longer need liquid, we no longer need items. I'm going to use energy transfer node. So let's find out where that is. It's about, okay. So we can run these right along next to that. There we go. And now the mob essence should start flowing in. It's only got one place it can go. There it goes. And again, just like we did earlier, we want to set up a energy transfer node. So let's set this one right here. And I'm just going to set this right here. And we're connected up. Oh, I think I got to get out. There we go. It's connected. It's finding a place for the energy to go. It's finding a place for the liquid to go. That is everything we need for that mob spawner, except what we're going to spawn. So there we go. Energy, mob essence, and what you need is a reusable safari net, and you can put whatever you're going to spawn in that safari net, and then put it in the auto spawner. Close that up, and there you go. Now, you don't have to design yours like this. You can design it any way you want. This base is just the most optimal that I have found for killing wise and energy consumption. Flip the lever, and we should start having cows. Might take just a second. There you go. And now they're starting to be eaten up. Now, you notice that it's starting to drop some leather. The reason that it does that is not because the grinders didn't pick it up. It's just because Natura changes, I believe it's Natura, changes the way that the mobs drop loot. In essence, basically cows drop more leather. And that's more than these Mine Factory Reloaded machines are used to. So they're only going to grab so much, and then they're going to find an inventory that they can put it in. Now, sometimes it's a little slow, but the only inventory that they can put it in is going to be this one up here. And if we wanted to add more, it's as easy as adding another spawner. Spawner. We need another redstone signal. This time, we're going to change this one to orange. And, just like before, hook up the transfer node. So now this one should start getting mob essence and power. And all we have to do, that's not what I wanted, is put down another lever. And we set this one to orange. So let's turn off our cows and get a safari net. Now I do have to take myself out of creative for this, but let's see. there's another animal. Pigs. And throw my pig spawner in there. And there we go. Now it's spawning pigs. Turn off the pigs, and I can spawn cows. There it goes. Now, if you are going to put flying mobs in here, then I suggest enclosing it and potentially putting another set of grinders up higher, like, say, right here. That way, when they're flying around, they're not able to get to you. You can enclose it in glass so you can still see them, but the grinders that are up here will kill them. The only thing that you might run into is maybe a lack of mob essence, and an easy way to resolve that is to use slimes. Because you can set them to exact copies no, sometimes you might get big slimes, sometimes you might get smaller slimes, and slimes, let me go ahead and pull out the slime, gotcha. Or put him in there. Now, because we have spawn exact copies no, it should be able to spawn bigger slimes. There we go. See, we captured a itty bitty one, but because it's grinding up these big ones, it's getting a lot of mob essence. Because each one will give it a little bit of mob essence. Then it grinds up another one, gets a little bit of mob essence, grinds up another one, same thing. Keeps going. You don't actually need the embiggeners. And if we watch here, I'm going to leave this run, and you should see we will start to get an excess. Now, I've been letting this run for a little while, and you can see that we're starting to get an excess. Now, it's still draining it because it's putting it into the transfer node, transferring it to the auto spawners, but you can definitely see there's a lot of work for these grinders to take care of. And it hasn't been too long. Now, I have no embiggeners at all, and my tank is starting to fill out. Now, it's slow because these transfer pipes are not the fastest thing. However, they are very compact. In 1.6, however, we will be able to speed them up, and that is going to be a huge benefit. Let me see if I can get this big guy to get down. Hey, you. Get down. No. Get down. There we go. I'm going to turn this off. So there you go. Any mobs that you want, you can just put in there. One thing that I like to do, but is not needed, is you can grab a water bucket, and I like to put it right here, and that helps all of the items and all of the mobs flow towards the edges. Now, one nice thing about doing that is you can very easily put in a hopper right here. Let's see if I can. You can put a hopper down in each corner, and that makes sure that you pick up everything. And then the only change that you would have to make is on the inside. Come on, let me down. Let's grab another chest and another item transfer node. Let's see, where do we put those hoppers? Right here. Right, so the only thing that you would have to change is you'd put another chest for it to go into, and an item. Nope, not those. An item node. Let's go ahead and connect those up. So I'll go ahead and whack this. I don't want it to connect like that. And the only thing that it'll connect to now is other transfer nodes. And we can just hop over to the other side. Here, do the same thing, transfer node. There we go. And then, like I said, I'm going to whack this here. There it goes. Oh, I got to whack this one too. See if that, yep, does it on this side too. And there you go, guys. That's my mob spawner design. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you find lots of use for it. And with that, I will see you guys later. I'm probably not going to do a lot of Feed the Beast before 1.6 comes out. However, I do like doing these tutorial videos, so if you have anything that you want to see, definitely let me know. Again, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, please go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and comment, and with that, I will see you guys later.